Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Eli5 back at you guys with another video, and the news just keeps on rolling as we got Russell Westbrook now headed to the Washington Wizards. Now last night, just last night, I'm just looking on my phone, right, and then I see the Bleacher Report logo pop up, and all I see is Houston Rockets agreed to trade Russell Westbrook for John Wall and a future first round pick. So this is really mind-blowing news to me because I really never expected Russell Westbrook to get traded to the Washington Wizards out of all teams, in my opinion. I mean, we all expected Westbrook to get traded to any other team because obviously he wanted out of Houston in the first place, but to the Wizards, I really did not expect that at all. But looking at all circumstances, it would be hard to trade Westbrook any other way because looking at how huge Russell Westbrook's contract is, it's really not realistic to see Westbrook get traded to any other team but the Washington Wizards. And the reason why I say that is because John Wall has a huge contract himself. So if you pair alongside Westbrook's and John Wall's contracts pair alongside together, it's really similar contracts, really similar money being made. So I can see how this made the most sense in regards to Westbrook being traded from the Houston Rockets organization. And it's just news to me that Westbrook is being traded to the Washington Wizards, and we get to finally see John Wall play for a different team, as we only seen John Wall play for one team throughout his whole career, which was the Washington Wizards, as you guys may know. So looking at the new Houston Rockets roster, we have John Wall pairing alongside James Harden, and me personally, I really don't know how to feel about this because thinking about it, throughout the whole course of John Wall's career, John Wall plays basically almost identical to Russell Westbrook, so their play styles is really going to be very identical. So I really don't know what new or like anything new that John Wall can bring to the table that Westbrook hasn't brought to the table, because in my opinion, if you replace John Wall and Russell Westbrook, you lose a sense of shooting, because in my opinion, Westbrook is a better mid-range shooter than John Wall. So that's obviously a con right there, but maybe John Wall can return to the vintage John Wall we all know that he was back in the day, and maybe everything could work out. I really don't know. All we just gonna have to do is wait and see until the season starts. But myself, as an NBA fan, I really thought eventually the Washington Wizards were gonna blow up that squad eventually. Obviously they have Bradley Beal, but obviously it's not working out as they've missed consecutive playoff years for some time now. But if them adding Westbrook to the roster gonna change things? Are they gonna try to make a final push into playoff contention, or probably try to push to a far playoff push regarding Russell Westbrook going to the Washington Wizards? Me personally, I feel like that team still needs a lot of work to do, and I feel like that team is nowhere near to making the playoffs at all. Even having Westbrook alongside Bradley Beal, I feel like that team I mean, they can probably make the playoffs, but I feel like if they do make the playoffs, they're gonna most likely be a bottom seeded team, probably an 8th seed or 7th seed. I really don't see that Washington Wizards team being a very good team at all, and I feel like adding Westbrook to that team, I don't know what they're gonna do. I feel like they're gonna trade Russell Westbrook to get assets in return or stuff like that. I mean, in my opinion, they're just gonna really have to blow that whole roster up eventually, in my opinion, if they want to contend for a championship one of these years or something like that. And another thing that I wanted to mention is the fact that me being an OKC fan for so long, it just makes me feel bad the way Russell Westbrook's career is turning out to be, because with him being traded to the Washington Wizards, it's clear in my eyes, and probably anybody else's eyes, that the Washington Wizards aren't gonna win a ring anytime soon. Obviously, looking at their roster, they're obviously a lottery team adding Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. Like, there's no question about that. Even with Bradley Beal dropping 50 something points a game and still losing like that, they are indeed no way in shape or form looking to make a deep playoff push, or probably, I mean, let alone playoff contention. They missed the playoffs for consecutive years now, and it's like, I feel like Russell Westbrook deserves better. I mean, like I said, I've been an OKC fan for a very long time, and looking at how much effort Westbrook put into OKC throughout his time of being there, I really wanted to see him win a ring at least, or at least compete for a championship and get close to winning a ring or something like that. But at the end of the day, looking at the circumstances, this trade had to be done. It was said that John Wall wanted to be traded from the Washington Wizards at first anyway, and we already know Russell Westbrook wanted to be traded from the Houston Rockets. So I guess these trade deals made sense at its own standpoint, but it's just the circumstances throughout this deal, it really doesn't change nothing for either team, because like I've already said, John Wall and Russell Westbrook play, are very identical in my knowledge, and John Wall going to the Houston Rockets, it doesn't really add anything to the table looking at that standpoint. And like I've already said, Russell Westbrook going to the Wizards, I really don't think it's going to make much of a difference, because that team, like I've already said, is no way in shape or form a playoff team, or if they are a playoff team, they're probably not going to be a team that's going to make it far in the playoffs at all for some time now. But other than that, that will be the end of today's video. This trade really shocked me, because there were reports stating that he could have potentially went to the Washington Wizards before he got traded, and at the time he wanted out of the Houston Rockets. It's just me personally, I didn't see him going to the Washington Wizards, but eventually it did end up happening, as you guys can see right here. But other than that, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.